Hi everyone, welcome to the show. I'm Tiffany.
And I'm Sam. Okay, so the other day I saw on your Instagram, you went to a really nice restaurant. The food looked really delicious.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah?
Yes, I did. I did go to this new restaurant, and you're right. The food was absolutely delicious, and I was very happy. Are you the type of person that likes to explore new restaurants?
I do like trying new things. 不知道同学们喜不喜欢到处去找这个新的没吃过的好吃的餐厅呢？ Okay, when it comes to restaurants, what's the thing that's the most important for you?
For me, I look for places with, of course, delicious food, and I like a nice atmosphere. If I go to a restaurant, I want it doesn't make me feel comfortable. I don't think I will really enjoy it as much.
Okay. For me, the food tastes, that's the most important thing for me.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like even for me, if it's like a Lu Bian Tan, it doesn't matter. Yeah, because I think you can expect a nice atmosphere from there.
Okay.
But if it's a restaurant, I think
okay.
the atmosphere, the menu, and the food and everything else is quite important.
Yes. If it's a restaurant, a lot of things would be important, like also good service
that's right.
would be appreciated. Yeah, but why are we talking about restaurant?
Okay, because our sentences for today are all about, going into a restaurant and how some restaurants can do things to attract more customers. So it's actually quite interesting, the psychology behind this. So shall we take a look at our part A then?
Yeah, sure. Let's take a
All
look.
right, so let's take a look. Okay, so this is part A of our single sentence. Let's take a look at our Chinese sentence, and then we'll take a look at the English together.
好的，马上呢来看一下我们 Part A single sentence 这个部分要翻译的句子咯。他说呢，令人惊讶的一家餐厅的菜单中的设计呢，不是可能增加销售量，就是可能让顾客失去兴趣。
In English, it says, surprisingly, the design in a restaurant's menu can either boost sales or put customers off. And I totally agree with it because what this sentence is saying that the menu's design, okay, or the design of the menu, we can also call this a layout. So the menu's, the restaurant's layout or the menu's layout. It's actually really important because we base a lot of our decisions on visuals nowadays. So things that you see, especially when it comes to packaging. So do you agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, I always try not to judge a book by its cover, but yes, packaging is very important for me.
I sometimes pick like the packaging that looks the nicest or the most coolest, and anyway, so that's the same kind of psychology behind a restaurant's layout or a menu's layout.
Yeah, I mean, with a better packaging, better layout, or better design, sometimes you can charge more.
Yeah, exactly. So you can use this kind of psychology with customers. Now, when you boost sales, to boost means to increase. So the way a menu looks can actually increase the sales of maybe certain dishes or even just help the business of the restaurant overall. So here we can use a grammar point. We can say either A or B. Okay, and this is more of a positive thing. So it means that we are looking at two things and deciding between them. So, for example, we can say, in my opinion, either Sandra or Jessica should win the singing competition.
那在这边呢，我们看到这个句子里面呢，他说不是可能怎么样，就是可能让别人怎么样哦。所以呢，我们在这边看到这个句型 either A or B. Okay, either A or B. 不是 A 就是 B. 那注意到呢，它是一个对等连接词哦，它是一个连接词，所以呢，我们所接的两个词语呢，必须是词性相同，或者是呢结构对等的。OK， 那呢另外一个同样用法，但是意思不同的，你可能会看到是 neither A nor B。OK， 它的意思呢跟我们 either A or B 不一样，它的意思是既非 A 也非 B。OK， 两个都不是，我们就可以用 neither A nor B。OK， 我们可以看到了一个例句 ，Neither Philip nor his brothers are good at sports。OK， 跟我一样啊，菲利普和他的兄弟们呢都不擅长运动，既不是 A 也不是 B， 我们就可以用这样的用法。
Remember, it's important to use nor for neither. So neither nor,
yes.
N-O-R. Okay, so here we see that either, okay, what happens? Either the sales increased or either the layout can boost sales, which is A, or B, put customers off. When something puts you off, this phrase means that you don't show any interest towards this thing anymore, and you might even go, ugh, or ew, and turn away and not want to look at this thing anymore.
OK， 所以呢，我们在这边有看到他说，不是怎么样就是怎么样。我们的 A 呢是 boost sales，OK，boost 呢这边就是指这个促进增加，你也可以说 increase。OK， 那在 B 的部分呢，就是不是让你的销售增加，就是让这个消费者呢失去兴趣。失去兴趣呢，我们在这边用了一个片语，我们说 put someone off。OK，put someone off 就是表示使某人失去兴趣的意思。那注意到了，我们中间加什么字其实会有影响的。我们刚刚说加上人的话是使人失去兴趣，如果说呢我们是把东西放在中间的话，我们说 put something off， 它呢则有延迟或是拖延的意思了。OK， 我们看到这个例句了。Don't put off doing your homework until Sunday night. It's better to get it out of the way now. OK， 不要拖到星期天晚上才做你的功课，最好现在才就将它完成。OK, that sounds like me.
Yes, we call that procrastinating. So try not to procrastinate. It's very hard. But yeah, let's take a look at put off. So you know what really puts me off when I look at a menu or when I look at a packaging is actually not most importantly the design, but also if there's any spelling mistakes.
That happens a lot here in Taiwan. OK， 我们最不能接受 Tiffany 最不能接受的是什么？就是菜单上面的英文拼错了。Sometimes it's not spelling mistakes. Sometimes it's simply the words, the combination just doesn't mean anything.
They make up new words. It's actually quite funny. But for me, I think if you're selling something, you should double check and make sure it's in the best, quality or best condition before you sell it. That's how you're supposed to sell a product.
Yeah, that's true. OK， 所以呢，我们除了我们刚刚说这个设计很重要，我们接下来继续看了。他说呢，不是使这个销量增加，就是使顾客失去兴趣。后面呢，我们就举个例子了。举例来说呢，增加像是主厨推荐的文字，可以吸引顾客的注意力，并增加销售量。
In English, it says, for instance, adding words like chef's recommendation can draw customers' attention and increase sales. All right, so let's take a look at our grammar point here. First, we use for instance. For instance just means, for example. And we can add this to the beginning of a sentence or even in the middle when you want to speak or you want to, add on to the next sentence. It's a really good way to transition as well. So how do we use it? We can say for instance or for example, comma, and then we have our regular normal sentence with a sentence and a verb. For example, we could say, there are lots of things we could do over the long weekend break. For example, or for instance, we could go camping.
OK， 所以呢，在这个句子里面，我们看到举例来说，我们可以讲 for instance， 或是呢 for example。OK， 这两个意思是完全一样，完全可以互换的了。那我们可以把它放在句中间，放在句首都可以了。那除了这个 for example 之外呢，我们也可以说 take something as an example。OK， 就是以什么东西为例的意思，或者是呢，你也可以讲说 take something for example。So another thing that we can do is besides the menu is to add words like chef's recommendation to draw a customer's attention. Or I know that some restaurants, they even put a star or a kind of symbol. Yes.
Next to certain dishes. That also can make a difference as well because people will look at it and they will think, oh, okay, like this is something that is probably really popular.
Yes.
It must be really good. Do you often order dishes that the restaurant or chef recommends?
Yes, because I really have trouble making decisions. So, yes. OK， 所以呢，我们在这边看到了，你可以在这个菜单上面呢发上这个主厨推荐chef's recommendation。recommendation 呢就是推荐的意思了。放上这个文字的目的是什么呢？你可以来吸引顾客的注意力。在这边我们的例句里面呢，吸引注意力呢，我们是用那个 draw customers attention。OK，attention 这个字呢就表示注意力。OK， 或者是留心在什么事情上面的意思了。那它常见的搭配用法呢，我们可以搭配的动词，比方说像是我们这边用的 draw。OK，draw someone's attention 就是呢吸引注意力。或是呢，你也可以用 attract， 就是吸引的意思。你呢也可以用 catch 或是 grab。catch 跟 grab 呢就有抓住 ，OK， 或是握住的这个意思。所以说 grab somebody's attention 就表示吸引注意力的意思了。我们可以看一个例句了 ，OK。We need to use bright, simple colors for our trade show booth to grab people's attention。OK， 我们需要使用明亮又简单的颜色来布置我们的摊位以吸引人们的注意。
And the opposite of that word would be to distract someone's attention, or we can even use divert, D-I-V-E-R-T, to divert somebody's attention.
所以呢，刚刚我们看到吸引注意力，我们可以用这个 draw 或者是 grab 或是 catch someone's attention. OK, 那如果让人家分心呢，我们可以用 distract 或是 divert 这两个字。
All right, so let's take a quick break and we'll be right back with part B. All right, so welcome to part B. We're also going to look at another single sentence structure. So let's take a look at it in Chinese first, and then we'll read the English together.
OK, 马上来看一下我们 Part B 的这个句子要翻译的句子咯。他说呢，出国留学呢常被视为是探索新文化的一种有趣方法。然而，当我们试着去适应新的生活方式时，我们可能会经历文化冲击。
So in English, it says studying abroad is often considered an interesting way to explore a new culture. However, we may experience culture shock while we try to adjust to a new way of life. All right, so yes, let's first learn about what culture shock is.
Yes.
So this is a feeling you get when you go to a new country or a new place and you become kind of disoriented or you don't know what to do or maybe you have a hard time adjusting because the culture is so different than your own. But this is a very common and normal thing that will happen when you go to a new country or when you visit a new place. But, you know, after some time, you learn to adjust and you learn to adapt to this place as well.
So, I remember my first time in Shanghai.
Yeah,
no one wanted to take cash because they use 支付宝 or WeChat 支付.
So they go paperless.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
so,
cool.
yeah, when I, give away my cash, they're like, don't
so
you use
weird.
something? Yeah.
You're not high-tech enough.
No.
Yeah, I think it's whenever you go to like a culture that's so different from yours. Like, for example, if we had to move from Taiwan to France, for example, I think it would be very hard for us to adjust. We would definitely get culture shock in the beginning or going to even Russia or something.
Yes.
Because it's not the way we lived, so... Yeah, so anyways, the sentence just basically says that if you study abroad, it's an interesting way to explore a new culture. Okay, we can use considered here. Okay, studying abroad is often considered an interesting way because considered just means it's thought of or you can think of it like that. We can replace considered with deemed to be. So we can take a look at this sentence. It says, the movie was deemed to be a success because it made more money than it cost to produce.
OK, 所以呢，在这个句子里面，我们看到出国留学常被视为是探索新文化的一种有趣方法。被视为怎么样呢？在这边我们翻译句子里面是使用了 consider 这个动词哦。OK, consider A to be B. OK, 你也可以用 think， 也是一样的用法。那呢，后半的句子里面呢，我们看到这个试着去适应新的生活方式，适应或是调整呢，我们在这边使用的这个动词 adjust。OK, adjust 呢，它可以用另外一个字adapt 两个字可以互换来使用。那它的用法呢非常简单哦，你可以呢 adjust to。OK, 注意到这边的 to 呢是介系词，所以我们后面加上名词或是动名词哦，表示呢适应后面的这件事情。那呢，你也可以 adjust oneself to something， 这边的 to 呢一样是这个介系词，所以我们后面一样加上名词或是动名词哦。OK， 这边呢在中间我们就加上 oneself， 比方说 adjust myself to new life to new work。OK， 就是呢使我自己适应新的工作、新的生活。
All right, so yes, all we need to do is, we just have to give ourselves some time to adapt or adjust when we go to a new country. All right, so let's take a look at our second sentence.
OK, 看到第二个句子了。为了克服文化冲击，我们应该尽量多学习有关新文化的东西，以便我们能更容易适应它。
So it says, to overcome culture shock, we should learn as much about the new culture as possible so that we can adjust to it more easily, right? So the more you learn about something, the more you understand it. So this is a way for you to overcome culture shock. To overcome something means to succeed in dealing with a problem or a challenge. So if you learn how do you want to get over the problem of culture shock, you need to learn more about other people's cultures.
OK， 所以呢，在这个句子为了怎么样，我们的开头呢可以使用不定词to do something，OK， 就是为了做什么事情，我们呢就可以放在我们的句首当做开头。那这个 to 呢，这边是 in order to， 就是为了 OK 的意思了。那这个 to be 的用法呢，除了放在我们这个句首之外，就是表示说为了做什么事情之外呢，我们也可以当成副词来使用它呢就表达了这个目的、结果或是理由的意思。那这个 to do something 呢，你也可以当成名词，放在主词、放在受词或是放在补语的位置。那另外呢 to do something 呢，这个用法也可以当成是形容词来使用它呢就可以放置在这个名词之后来修饰该名词。我们来看一下这个形容词的用法他说呢 The flight attendants move up and down the plane's aisle and offer people something to eat. OK， 空服员呢在飞机走道上来回走动，并提供给人们一些吃的东西。OK， 这边呢我们的 to eat 这边呢当成形容词就是 something to eat， 表示呢这些东西呢是用来被吃的。
All right, so they said that, for example, what we need to do to overcome culture shock is to learn much about the new culture so that we can adjust to it more easily. So that is kind of like, in conclusion, or you do this and then this will happen.OK， 所以呢我们看后半段的句子以便怎么样，我们这边呢使用 so that 呢一样有为了或是以便于这样的用法了。那它的句型呢我们可以稍微看一下，有两种用法。首先呢它的句型一呢是置于主要子句之后那呢一样的意思呢你也可以想说 in order that OK in order that 一样呢也有为了或是以便于的意思。举个例子咯Kyle learned a few Japanese phrases before his vacation in order that he could make himself understood in Japan. OK， 凯尔呢，他学了一些简单的日文绘画在他去这个日本度假之前，为了什么事情呢？以便于怎么样？他在日本的时候呢，别人可以理解他，可以呢有办法来沟通。And so also we can say so as to plus a verb. This sentence phrase, this grammar phrase, we can say, Wendy bought all of her children's Christmas presents early, so as to, and then we add our verb, avoid having to shop when the stores were busy. Okay, so it's kind of like in conclusion, we did this in order to do that or so as to do that. So yeah, I think it's always good to travel and learn about other people's cultures. Actually, in English, we have a phrase. It's called expanding your horizon. Have you heard of that before?
Yes.
Yes, and it means to go out and learn more things and to gain more knowledge. And not just knowledge from textbooks, but from experience. So you gain more knowledge by experiencing things and meeting new people and listen to other people's stories. So this is what expanding your horizon means. All right, so let's take a quick break and we'll be right back with part C of our article. Welcome to part C, and today we're going to be reading an article. If you're not an animal person or, you don't have the time to take care of a pet, actually, I have a pet just for you.
Oh, really? What's the pet?
What if I told you that you can have a pet rock?
A pet rock? Okay, like a stone, like it's not moving or like a rock?
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay.
A rock that we see on the street.
Okay.
So this is what our article is about today. It's about people who have pet rocks and actually the person who started this.
OK, 好，所以呢，如果你跟我一样觉得养宠物觉得这个动物宠物呢觉得很麻烦不想照顾它，不想负起这个责任的话，那怎么样呢？看一下我们今天的文章你也可以养一个宠物石头宠物石头怎么养呢？马上来看一下我们文章怎么说咯。
All right, so the article it says, started with Gary Rossdahl. He was an advertising copywriter, which is basically like an editor of a magazine or a book or anything that has to do with publishing. And he was at a bar talking to his friends, and this was the year 1975.
OK, 所以呢，我们看到这个课文呢，他说呢，我们今天的这个主角呢，他的职业是什么呢？他是一个 advertising copywriter. OK, advertising 呢就 就是广告的意思。Copywriter 呢则是这个文案撰写比方说呢，像说我们要写新闻稿，或者是呢它这个海报上面有什么样的口号啊，有什么样的 slogan， 有什么样的介绍文案，这个写这个东西呢我们叫做 copyright， 那他是负责写这个的，他是一个 copywriter。 那他怎么样呢？他在跟他的朋友在聊天，在一个酒吧里面呢，那时间呢是我们的1975年 That was quite a long time ago.
A very long time ago. And it says Doll and his friends started to talk about how difficult it was to look after pets. And like you said, it's true. Having a pet is a big responsibility.
Yes.
If you are unable to take care of another life, then maybe it's best not to have a pet.
OK， 所以呢，这个我们的主角呢，这个达尔他就跟朋友们他们就在讨论呢，这个照顾宠物有多么的困难哦。OK， 这个跟我想的完全一样。那这边照顾呢，我们使用这个片语 look after something or look after someone。OK， 就是照顾人、照顾宠物的意思。
So Doll joked with his friends and said he doesn't have any problems at all with his pet. And it's not because his pet is an angel and it's the most perfect thing in the world. He says it's because he has a pet rock.OK，
所以呢他就跟他的朋友在开玩笑。 OK，joke 在这边呢，我们 joke 是当作玩笑，但在这边 joked OK， 所以呢这边 joke 是当作动词表示开玩笑。所以呢达尔就和他的朋友们在开玩笑，他就说呢他的宠物非常好照顾啊，不是因为他的宠物怎么样。 Angel 为什么这边讲说他的宠物是一个 angel 呢？因为 angel 就是天使的意思，像天使一样很好照顾。那呢因为是因为他有一个 pet rock， 他有一个宠物石头。所以呢这边看到我们要翻译的句子，虽然他和他的朋友们忍不住笑了，达尔呢突然想到他可以行销这个想法。
So it says in English, while he and his friends couldn't help but laugh, it occurred to Doll that he could market this idea. So being, working in advertising, he thought, hey, I could sell this. So it was very silly, of course, to think that you can have a pet rock. So his friends couldn't help but laugh. When you can't help do something, it just means it's something that you cannot hold in anymore. And this is how we can use it. We can take a look at this grammar point. We can say can't help and then verb ing. So for example, I can say I can't help crying watching this sad movie. Okay, or she can't help falling while wearing those shoes. Shirley couldn't help laughing when she heard her coworker's funny joke. It's something that you cannot hold in anymore and you can't help it but to do it.
OK， 所以呢我们刚刚看到忍不住怎么样，忍不住呢我们就可以说 can't help。 OK， 后面呢加上 VING。那呢后半的句子呢，达尔突然想到呢，我们在这边有看到他说 it occurred to Doll。 OK， 这个呢后面加上 that， 再加上他想到的这件事情it occur 呢就是发生的意思，所以 it occurred to Doll 就是呢他忽然想到了。 OK， 那在这边呢我们是用这个虚主词开头后面 that 加上他想到的事情。但是呢假如这个事情不是很长，或者这个事情呢很简单，那我们也可以把它放在前面。那除了 occur to 之外呢，我们可以用 hit 或是strike， 就是呢被打到头这样子的说法呢，就是好像说忽然想到，忽然被击中了，天外飞来一笔的意思。
All right, so let's continue. So Doll, of course, being in this advertising industry, he could sell this idea. And this is how the idea of the pet rock became super popular. And Doll became a millionaire from this.
OK， 所以呢课文就继续讲了，他说呢这个达尔呢不仅呢把这个 idea 化为现实他真的去行销这个东西，而且呢他还成为了一个 millionaire。 OK， millionaire 就是百万富翁的意思。
All right, so how do you raise a pet rock? Well, Doll found some smooth rocks and placed them in a crate with some breathing holes. So he drilled holes inside this wooden crate. And it was a very funny thing. So it also came with a really funny instruction manual teaching you how to raise it. And of course, you don't have to, do a lot of things, but let's take a look at some of them.OK，
所以呢我们就接续到我们接下来要翻译的句子了。他说呢这个石头怎么样，它不需要喂食，而且如果你有几天或几个月忘了照顾它，并不是个问题。
It says it didn't require feeding, of course, and it wasn't a problem if you forgot to care for it for a few days or months. So require here means like you need to. So the rocks don't require feeding. They don't need to be fed. So that's basically what this means. You can also replace require with need. So it doesn't need feeding. We can also say that as well. So you can use require or need, and then we use a verb with ing. So for example, we can say my suit needs cleaning or my suit requires cleaning. I'm going to take it to the dry cleaner. You can also say my suit needs to be cleaned as well.
OK， 所以呢，我们这边使用 require， 或者你也可以使用 need， 后面加上 VING， 就表示呢这个需要，这个东西呢需要被怎么样，需要什么事情。OK， 那除了这个地方呢，我们还看到了这个忘了照顾他。英文里面呢有一些动词哦，我们可以呢先看一下 forget 跟 remember， 忘记跟记得这两个字，它们有什么特色呢？当你后面加上 to， 加上原形动词，或是加上动名词 VING 的时候呢，它其实是有不同的意思了。当我们使用 to 加上原形动词的时候呢，表示是还没有做过的事情，所以 forget to care 表示呢你忘了去照顾他，所以呢你并没有照顾他。那假如说当后面加的是动名词呢，则是表示这个事情是已经做过的了。OK， 已经做过的。所以假如说我说 forget caring，forgot caring， 那呢它的意思就会变成说呢是我已经照顾过他了，但是我忘记了。remember 呢也是一样的意思。我们呢后面加上 to 加上原形动词呢，表示这个事情还没有做过。所以呢，比方说我跟你讲说呢 I remember to pay the bill。我记得呢我要去缴账单，但是呢我去缴了没呢？还没。但是呢，假如说我是讲说 I remember paying my bills， 我记得我已经付过我的账单了，所以呢后面是 to 加上原形动词，或是呢直接加上动名词 VING， 会有不一样的意思。注意到 forget 跟 remember 这两个动词。
All right. So, actually what happened to the rocks, actually a lot of people bought the rocks as a joke. And the reason it became so successful because, at that time it was during the war. It was in 1975. We had a lot of things going on. So Dahl believed that this was just something that people can laugh about and Americans needed some humor in their lives.
That's actually quite good humor.
Yeah, that's like kind of funny,
Yeah.
To have a pet rock.
Like I think recently lots of people are eating detergent.
Oh, yeah, the Tide Pod challenge.
Yeah,
they need a pet rock.
That's
not healthy. They need a pet rock.
That's not good humor.
Yeah, that's actually kind of silly. So don't do that because it can harm you. But pet rocks, pet plants even, are okay. All right, so let's take a quick break and we'll be right back. Unit 8, Translation, April 13th. Surprisingly, the design in a restaurant's menu can either boost sales or put customers off. For instance, adding words like chef's recommendation can draw customers' attention and increase sales. Studying abroad is often considered an interesting way to explore a new culture. However, we may experience culture shock while we try to adjust to a new way of life. To overcome culture shock, we should learn as much about the new culture as possible so that we can adjust to it more easily.
Advertising copywriter Gary Ross Dahl and his friends were in a bar in California, U.S. The year was 1975. The conversation turned to pets and the difficulties Dahl's friends had looking after them. Then Dahl joked, "No problem at my house. I have a pet rock." While he and his friends couldn't help but laugh, it occurred to Dahl that he could market this idea. Thus was born the pet rock, a 6-month craze that took the U.S. by storm and made Dahl a millionaire. Dahl found smooth rocks and packaged them in a cardboard crate with breathing holes and a tongue-in-cheek instruction manual. The attractions of the pet rock were obvious. It didn't require feeding, and it wasn't a problem if you forgot to care for it for a few days or months. Dahl believes his joke product was so successful because Americans needed some humor in their lives at the time. The Vietnam War and the Watergate scandal had affected the country's morale, and the pet rock gave everyone something to smile about.
All right, so that's the end of our article for today. And that's all the time that we have as well. We hope that you guys enjoyed our show, and then we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.